Hello guys, Grumpy. Welcome back to another Feed the Beast Let's Play video. I hadn't done one in about a week, so got a lot to show you. But here's my solar farm. These rows are 20 solar. There's 20 advanced solar panels in each row, and there's a total of 15 rows. And so I actually have 299 advanced solar panels. And the reason it's not 300 is because right there where I'm pointing, that is a hybrid solar panel. I went ahead and built one of those just to check it out. Let me go ahead and show it to you. And it's basically a replacement for the medium voltage transformer, but it outputs 128 EU per tick. It can generate 8 EU per tick, and it can store up to 100,000. So it's pretty nifty storage. It's not time right now, so it's draining. But like I said, again, this max output, this isn't how much it can generate, that's how much it could output. Like if there was a serious demand on the power grid, it can pull out of its internal storage at 128 EU per tick. But anyways, you can see right here I have two HV transformers. The reason I need two is because one HV transformer can only put out 2048 EU per tick, and all these solar panels, they can produce more than that. Now right now there's not a very high demand on the power grid because the matter fabricator is basically the reason I need all this. But right now it's out of scrap, so that's why it's not pulling much power from the grid. I actually have, by the way, this thing produces like 2400 or 2450 power, somewhere in that range per tick. So anyway, let me show you some other changes. I said I was going to turn this into the garden up here. I don't know how that's working out. These tutorial videos are taking a really long time to make. Each tutorial video can take anywhere from 2 to 4 hours, some even longer, like the cold fusion reactor. That basically took me all weekend, so I haven't had a whole lot of time to play. And basically what I do to do a tutorial, a lot of this is new. I don't know how to do it, so I'll figure out how to do it. I haven't to watch wikis and tutorial videos and look at forums and all kinds of things, figure out how to do something like, say, Miscraft, and then I'll make a video out of it. But anyway, I can't remember what was built last video between here and there. Now we did need cactus to make a couple things, like this clock here. I did a tips and trick video, showed you the clock. Well, for the purposes of that, I just cheated in the blocks, but we wanted to do it legit, so we have to go find a desert. We couldn't find a desert, so this right here, this portal, let me go through here. Look at my coordinates. What we did for this, I was just going around looking for a desert. This isn't a desert, this is a beach, but I'm like 15 kilometers away from the house and we just cannot find a desert. So the way we finally ended up getting cactus is through Miscraft. We just ended up going into a desert world, and so we finally got our cactus. But anyway, let me go down here and show you the downstairs. It's quite a bit more stuff down here. Now I believe on the last video I did have an ore processor, but now I wanted to show you our automated ore extractor, or not automated ore extractor, automated rubber extractor. So what you do is you put your resin over here. What is this? This is the extractor. It goes in here, comes out and goes in this chest. So basically the way this works, you put your resin in here, walk away, come back a little later, and you got a bunch of rubber. So we do have a tree farm, and we get stacks and stacks of rubber at a time, and it goes in here. The only other thing I want to show on this, I've done a couple tutorials on Buildcraft, so you probably got the gist of how simple this is. But basically a wooden pipe pulls stuff out of this chest. It goes into this hopper. The hopper feeds the extractor, and then a wooden pipe fills it out, and it goes in this chest. The one thing I want you to notice is that there's one engine on the input and 3 engines on the output. The reason you have that set up is because resin's going to turn into 3 pieces of rubber. So you have 1 atom in and 3 atoms out. So you have to have 3 times the engines to pull stuff out. Now this room over here is our portal room. We only have 2 portals. One actually goes to the quarry, but we don't use that quarry anymore. And this one will take us directly back to the first house. So portals kind of make the railcraft tracks obsolete as far as just wanting to travel, but oh well. This right here is a work in progress. we only have 3 industrial centrifuges right now, so they can't keep up. So basically I want to automate it. But this room is going to be nothing but industrial centrifuges. So basically there will be a bunch of input chests. You put all your crap in there, and then you'll come back a little whenever and then take it out of the output chest. For the purpose of cobblestone is just to mark it. I'm trying to figure out different layouts I want to do. I don't think this one's going to work. I'm probably going to go with either 2 rows. Right now you can see 4 rows. I'm either going to go with 2 rows or 3 rows. I'm not sure yet, but anyway, that's what this room's for. Now, we're wanting to set up a second quarry, so we're going to build a second ore processor, but we'll get to that in a minute. If we come down here, this is the matter fabricator room. This was not in the first LP video, but I do show it in my matter fabricator tutorial. Basically, it's got 2 inputs. The first input is this chest, so if I ever want to recycle something, I can just throw it in there. But the second input, as you can see coming down from here, this is the quarry. And so what happens is you can see another pipe coming up here. We're building the other ore extractor beneath this floor, or we're going to. We actually didn't like the design, so we tore it down, but the floor beneath here is the ore extractor. But anyway, here's the matter fabricator now. Now let's click on it with the EU reader. As you can see right now, I'm feeding a little over 2,000 EU per tick in there now. And I'll show you how fast it is. Now, this thing is 100 times slower than the mass fabricator, so it takes forever to make a piece of UU matter. But you can see right here, it's crafting stuff. So as soon as a piece of scrap comes in here, this progress bar will jump up. The blue bar is just showing you how much power is stored. So as you can see, the bar is actually moving at a decent pace now. Not obviously not as fast as I'd want it to be, but the thing seems to make like 3 or 4, maybe 5 stacks of UU matter a day. I hadn't done the math, but it's a lot faster than it used to be. But I don't know what I was thinking. I got my math wrong. I don't know how I did it, but when I built all the solar panels, I had a calculator and everything. I must have mistyped something because I was reading that my power grid. I calculated my power grid was generating 4,000 EU per tick. That's not the case. So at night time, it could be the case where we're going to run out of electricity. So we need more solar panels. We also got quick drops to every floor. So if I jump down this hole, let me show you. It'll take us down to ground level. Let's go ahead and go down to ground level. Well, I'm going to show you the next floor first. My girlfriend built this one, so she's using different patterns here. She got a different color wood, and she got this nether brick fence or whatever you call that stuff with candles everywhere. She makes the candles with forestry with the bees. I don't know anything about that stuff, but anyway, there'll be another ore extractor here. You can see the power already coming in. It's high voltage, so when you put your machines here, you got to make sure and put transformers in them. Let's go ahead and go down to the ground level. And so as you can see, this was my plan all along. We're inside a mountain. I was just wanting to have floor after floor after floor. But let's come over here. There's their portal to the nether. Hadn't had to go there anymore. With that mistcraft, basically glowstone's as common as dirt. So I don't have to go to the nether. It's kind of getting old because I'd have to go to the net to make those advanced solar panels. You got to have nether, or I'm sorry, a glowstone. So I'd go spend an hour or 2 every day there. Getting glowstone. It's kind of getting old, but now it's like dirt. We got a whole chest full of it. But anyway, this is where I did the last tutorial. I actually just built this room specifically for tutorials. That way my girlfriend can play and I can do tutorials at the same time. Everything in this room was cheated in, but also too, if you come up at the surface, there's 4 ultimate hybrid solar panels. I cheated those in too, but all this stuff right here stays in this room. So this way I can do this in here instead of having a test world. So as you can see right here, I was going to put a door, so if I just hadn't had time, but I've got 2 chests. If I want to do a tutorial, I'll throw all my crap in here and then go do the tutorial, and then anything that I cheated in, I'll throw it in this chest. So you can see in here there's a bunch of high-end items in here, like a Lapatron pack and stuff, but this stuff stays here. Anything outside this room was crafted. Anything inside this room was cheated in. So there's the branch mount. I think I showed that before. Let's go back to the old house and I will show you the tree farm. Now here's a quick way to get up. It's with a deal called a magnetizer, but I hadn't built one yet. Basically it's like a block called a magnetizer. This takes a little bit of electricity, but then you put an iron fence on top of it, make a big long pole, and if you jump on the pole it shoots you up to the top. So if y'all are interested in something like that and checking that out, you could. I don't have a video on it. I probably won't make one. Problem I'm running into is I'm getting way too many requests. I'm getting like 15 or 20 requests right now per day, and I feel bad that I can't do them all, but yeah, there's just no way I could do all the requests. So basically I get a few good ideas from the requests, so I appreciate the request, but don't get upset if I can't do your request. So there's just no way. It takes me 3 or 4 hours to make a video, and if I'm getting 15 or 20 requests per day, it's just not going to happen. So anyway, let's go back in here. We're going to go to the first house, and I'm going to show you the tree farm. It's a work in progress. Everything you're going to see in here, my girlfriend built, so I hadn't built anything over here. I'm supposed to do the collection system if I ever get time, and we do that with obsidian pipe. So if you watch the Buildcraft pipe tutorial, I mentioned that you do this on it with a tree farm. I have done this in another world, I just hadn't done it here yet. But basically I had somebody ask me about fillers. Well, here's a filler right here, this yellow and black thing. It works, it's kind of like set it up just like a quarry, you know, with landmarks. And then here's the actual, then you set down a filler. Here's the actual block down here. This is called a filler, and I'll probably do a tutorial on that because that's a pretty common block to use. But if you may not be wondering why this thing's so tall, it's so that you can plant redwoods in here. So basically you plant your trees, you fertilize them, and then you activate this filler, and the filler knocks down all the blocks fall down to the ground, and at that point let me show you what's going to happen. Eventually there's a basement down here. Here we go. Now in this basement we'll put an obsidian pipe network all along here. I did do this on the very first world I ever made. I was playing Tekkit, which is basically more or less Feed the Beast with slightly different mods, but I did do this before, and I was trying to get it fully automated and I never got to that point. But at that point I was new. I'd only been playing for a couple weeks, so I wasn't as knowledgeable, so I may be able to do it this time. But I'm going to wait till, probably end up waiting till Red Power 2 mod gets in, because I need deployers and block breakers to do it. But anyway, let me go back and show a little bit more about this filler. Basically you put the filler down, you power it with an engine. Now honestly I do not know how much electricity this thing, or how much MJ power this thing takes. I've tried to look on the internet, I couldn't find it. But anyway, you fill this thing up completely with glass. This is the area where you program it, and that tells it to clear the area. Basically what it's going to do is it's going to fill that whole cube with air. Well, if there's already something in here like a tree and you fill it with air, all the blocks that were in there for the tree are going to fall into the ground. Then the obsidian pipes will pick it up. But the way you reset this thing, get it started, is you can't do it with red power or anything. Sorry, not red power, redstone. So what you got to do is pull a piece of glass out and put it back in, and that actually resets the machine and makes it start working. There's nothing in here right now, so I won't do anything. But basically whenever we want rubber, we just plant a ton of rubber trees. Let me see if yeah, these chests store all the rubber and stuff, all the rubber trees. So you just plant them all. You can either wait for them to grow, or you can fertilize them and then you can harvest them. Right now you got to run around and pick them up. It's still a lot quicker than going out in the woods and chopping trees. But once it's automated, it'll be pretty nice, because what you'll do is you come back here about maybe once an hour, and you'll turn on the filler. That will knock down all the trees. The obsidian pipes will collect it, and then you just replant the trees. Now with red power, once you get deployers, the deployers will replant the trees. Unfortunately, you cannot fertilize saplings with machinery, at least as far as I know. I've tried it with a deployer, I've tried it with an assembler, neither one of them worked. So now we do got a few other Mistcraft worlds. I won't show them all. I'm going to go look at the quarry actually, because I've never been to the quarry, the Mist World quarry, Mistcraft quarry. So let's go up here. I'm not even sure where it's at. I got to find the descriptive book. It might already be on the table, I don't know. So it's actually on the book stand already. So it says possible quarry, I guess that's the name, but it says plains, single biome, standard lighting, normal sky, lakes, flat, eternal day, and no weather. So let's go ahead and go here and check it out. Now we still haven't, I don't know what that is. Maybe it's a linking book. Uh-oh. Yes, that's very handy because I forgot to take a linking book with me. We don't have the link modifier yet. I don't even know where the quarry is at. It looks like it's way down here. Apparently this is one that's already dug out. I like the way the quarry blocks now. Coming from Tekkit, this frame wouldn't automatically decompose like leaves. It would just be there forever, so you either had to have these things all over the place or you'd have to tear them down. But I think I already mentioned this in the video. We'd like to build quarry 64 by 64. It's real easy with the landmarks, but the reason we build them so big is so you don't have to move them as much. It gets to be kind of tedious to move them all the time. Now, yeah, this one's ready going. Let's go down here and check it out. Now, I think I've already mentioned this too, but you want to make sure and have some water in your quarry. That way, just in case this thing runs into lava, which it probably will. This thing will stop when it runs into lava, but the water will turn it into obsidian. So you can see it's pretty fast. That's max speed. If you feed 9 MJ per tick into it, it'll run at max speed. But once we get that second ore processor going, we will start making a second quarry. We'll have 2 quarries going. So let's head back to the overworld. Actually, all I gotta do is right click the book. Actually, let me go down here. That was pretty handy having that laying on the ground. Well, actually not too much because it's going to despawn. Let's well, you know what you could do is you could have an obsidian pipe pick up the book for you and put it in a chest. That might be a good experiment. Yeah, I like that idea, because the problem without the link modifier, this book's just going to fall to the ground whenever I right click. Whenever I go back to this world, that book just fell to the ground, and I guess it's going to despawn after 5 minutes, well, unless the chunk's not staying loaded. That chunk right there probably is not staying loaded because it's pretty far away from the quarry, but still it'd be kind of cool to have that set up. But anyway, that's that. Let me see if there's anything else to show you new. I don't remember if this is here, so let's go ahead and show it again. This is the blast furnace. All we use it for is cooking steel, and when we get 3 piles of steel, we'll put it in a rolling machine, and that's how we get our carbon plating. That makes mixed metal ingots, and then you compress it. This room right here is the rock crusher. I don't use it too much, but sometimes you got to use it so it's there. But anyway, I think that's about it for this episode. Hopefully I'm going to do some, what I'm planning on doing is probably doing some build projects in the Let's Play. It's been so long since I did a video. There was a lot just to show you, so now you're up to date on what all's in this world. And by the way, I probably showed this in the other video, but here's our enchanting room. On the floor directly beneath this, it has the exact same layout. On the floor below, it's our potion making room. And I think I've already been in here. I don't remember, but here's the assembly table room. It doesn't work very good. I need a better setup here, but honestly I hate this thing. It's recipes are a pain in the butt. But anyway, I appreciate you watching. Now if you enjoy these Let's Play videos, just go ahead and give them a like, and I'll keep making them. Honestly, these Let's Play videos, they get about 1/10 as many views as the tutorial, so I'm mostly into tutorials, but hopefully once or twice a week I'll upload a Let's Play video. But anyway, this is Grumpy. We'll see you next time, and I appreciate you watching.